Okay, I hope I'm audible now. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for joining in. And in today's session, we are going to revise the concept that we have learned till now, right? So let me share the link of today's session here on to all the participants who are live. Thanks everyone. Thanks Vijay. Thanks Prashant. Thanks Sushmita. Thanks Ajit. Thanks to all the people who have joined in all of these days, right? So I request people who are watching us online to mute at least one of these channels, or else the sound from one of either YouTube can come into the Zoom, right? So the link to the Zoom session is on the chat. The passcode of the link also is there. People who are joining us for the first time, I request you to join us in our WhatsApp group that is shared here in the description. Okay, here we'll be sharing more and more updates about our program and session, right? So let me share the link for today's exercise. Okay, so we are at the day 6. You can find the link to the exercise today in the session. And people who are joining us on Zoom, I've shared the link to the practice notes and the today's topics on chat, right? So let me share my screen. Great. Okay, I hope my screen is visible. Okay, so we are at the day 6. Now today we are going to revise the concept that we have learned. So people who have joined us in our previous sessions can reply, unmute, or ask us. People who are waiting for the certificates will be sharing the links on the chat so that you can join. Yes, so let me share. Yes, so let's go to our first exercise, basics in print statement. Now you can see that we have the first statement is print hello world. We started from here, the statement that is the love of all programmers. Now you can see that when we click on run, you'll be able to run this particular statement. So we started from here. It's always important to remember where we have started from. Then we have learned about variables like this. For example, you can do arithmetic in the console itself like this. Like if you say 25 minus 8 plus 10 and print apples, it's going to print apples. So from there, we have moved on to our day 2, where we have learned conditionals. We'll take one exercise that will, make it clear for us. Now, one simple exercise that we have done on day 2 is this coin toss. So what we have done in here is we have created a variable called toss. In that, we have given one value, which is heads, right? And we have given a condition check which checks if toss is heads, then print India is batting, else print Australia is batting. So we have seen how the logic worked. When toss was heads, the condition check happened and it said heads is heads and toss is heads, and it matched, and then it started printing India's batting. See that it printed India's batting. Now whenever it is tails, it will print the Australia's batting, right? So we have learned how we can give a little thinking ability to Python, and from there we've also done a few more exercises like the traffic signal, and we'll try to understand this exercise, the score grader. Now in the day 3, let's go back and see what we have learned on day 3, functions. So how to make a conditional into a function. So how do we do that? First thing what we do here is we make the title here. Okay, the title is, let's say, is grader. Okay, and here let's just say we are going to give a variable called score, right? So now what we're going to do is score, if score equal to if score is greater than or equal to 90, right? Then what does the statement say here? Let's come here and check this. 90 or higher, the candidate should get an A, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's say if score is greater than or equal to 90, then print grade is A, right? So now this is the function. It's not like a regular conditional. Here you have to do something called a function call. Let's say grader, and instead of score, I'm going to pass, let's just say 92, right? So any number over or equal to 90 you give, it's going to give you the grade as, right? So now you can see that, okay, so let's just check. We have run into error. Okay, the P has to be small. Now let's run it again. Now grade is A. Let's pass in any other variable. Let's just say 98. It still says grade is A. But what happens if you print anything less than 90? Let's just say 85. If I'm going to run it, it's not going to do anything because the condition is not given here. So now what we're going to do, we are going to look at the second statement, which is if it is 65 and between 65 and 89, you should get a B. So then what we're going to do is we're going to have a similar statement, right? But here we're going to say else if. The shorthand for it is elif. Now we are going to say if score is greater than or equal to 65, and then we are going to use operator and say score is less than or equal to 89. If any of both of these statements are valid, then print grade equal to B, right? So let's try to run it and check. I'm giving now 85 is being passed on in the function call here. When you run, it is going to give B. Whenever it is over 90, it's going to give A. Whenever it is between 65 and 89, it's going to give B, right? So now this function call is very easy for us to work with Python, because normally here we have written the code by ourselves. You need not have to write the function by yourself. You can hide this and you can just use the function here. Whenever it is over 90 or 90, it's going to give A. Whenever it is between 65 and 89, is going to give B, right? So this is how you can reuse this particular function based upon the requirement. Now the third statement says anything below a 65 should receive an F. So we are here going to say else print grade is C, right? So here the grade we have given is C. Now in the score, if you pass anything less than 65, it's going to give grade as C, right? Anything between 65 and 89, it's going to give a B. Anything over 90, it's going to give a A, right? So this is how we have given a little thinking ability to a Python program, and we use this very heavily in our programs. And this is how you can bring modularity in functions. What you can do here is one person can work on a few functions and the other person can work on few functions, and when you both merge it together, and you'll be able to generate a bigger program, right? And you can see that here any function takes some input, right? The score here is an input, and this score is processed within the function body, and then it is given as an output, right? So here we have used print statements. You can use even return statements, which we have discussed in our session, and this will return to any set variable. I hope that is clear. So if this is clear, you can type C in the chat box. Thanks, Sujit. Thanks, Sushmita. Great. Okay. So that's how we have moved on from day 3 to day 4. And on day 4, we have covered lists. So in lists, okay, so in lists we have done these statements. We will try to run a very small list to understand the concept of lists, right? So now you can see that here in the lists, we are able to print two numbers at once. Like you can see that we need not have to define four variables differently. We were able to define them all at once and call it a list. A list is a collection of different data types. Could be numbers and strings. Here it is numbers, and you can see that we can access any of the items of the list by using the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It starts from 0 and it'll go to 3, right? So now when you do 0 plus 2, it will take the 0th element and the second element and add both, give 5 plus 7, 12. And 1 and 3 is going to give 6, 8 are 48, right? Similarly, we can do a lot of functions and a lot of operations using lists, right? So this is how we have understood lists also on our day 4, right? If you have any queries, you can unmute yourself or put your question on the chat box. If you're all clear, type C in the chat box. Great. Thank you so much, Vijay. Thank you, Sushil. Thanks, Prashant. That's great. Okay. Now, after that, yesterday, we have learned on day 5 loops, and in loops, we understood how you can iterate any particular number using for loops, right? So we will take the exercise here we have, which is the last exercise. So what this exercise is going to do here is it's going to print squares of number in range from 1 to 6, right? So what we are going to do here is first the number, instead of giving it a list we have given on day 5. If at all you missed any session, you can go onto the live section of the channel and you'll be able to go through all the 7-day programs for availing the certificate, right? So now for number is in range 1 to 6. Now 6 will be excluded. It will start from 1 and it will end till 5. Then we are going to print number into number, right? So if you look at it, it's going to print 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, which is 1 to 5 square of each number, right? So you can even do 2 to 11. So it will go from 2 till 10, the last digit minus 1, right? So you can see that started from 2 and went till 100, right? 2 till 10, right? So this is how we've understood loops and how the concept of loops helps us repeat a lot of statements or blocks of code. So this is how we have completed all of our programs. In our sessions, we have gone at a deeper length and understood all the concepts thoroughly. But if at all you plan on taking steps, because I've seen many people of you were able to code, and now if you have a question what to do with the learning of Python, now you are sure that Python is a learnable skill, and if you give time to it, you'll be able to ace in Python. Now, how do you give time? What is the direction? And what does the whole industry of AI or data science have for you? So all these questions are answered in our masterclass. I'm going to share the link for the masterclass, which is tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Here, you will be clear with all the basics, foundations of how you can get into AI, data science, or an IT career, right? So this is a very interesting webinar conducted by Pixeltest, taken by Latika ma'am, and she will go at very great length to explain it in a deeper sense, right? So let me share the link for it so that you can go ahead and register, right? So here is the link. Now I'm going to share it on Zoom here. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you, Deepak. Thanks everyone who has joined in. Now, let me also share it with our friends on our social channels. Thanks, Sujit. Thanks, Rachna. Great. Link to the masterclass. So I hope you go there and register. It's very simple to register. You can go ahead, click on the link, and you'll be able to see the Zoom button. Once you click on that, so let's see. You can see that this page will open on your mobile also. You click on register on Zoom, and you'll be able to register for tomorrow's session at 7 p.m. Right? So I hope this was informative for all of you. People who are awaiting their certificates in our group, we're going to share a link where you have to be filling your details, and all the people who have been matched that they were able to attend at least 5 of the 7 sessions, they will get the certificate, right? So thank you so much for being with us. And if at all you have any queries, you can unmute and ask us. Okay, there are a lot of questions on chat. Okay, so let me take a question of Raja. Now, Raja says, I am age 41. Is this for me? So, Raja, thank you so much for the question. We have many people joining us having a similar query, but do not worry. We have many people in our community who are over 50 plus and are upskilling. So there is great demand, and even if you are ready to do humble beginnings, this would be a great start. If you have a prior experience, even in other industries, there are ways you can portray your experience and use it to your advantage. And we'll be teaching all of these in our session tomorrow as well. Thank you so much, Raj. I hope that helps. Yeah, thank you, sir. We have Vijeta. Vijeta asks the length of the program. So basically, yeah. So now if you look at these particular 7-day session, this is a gift from Pixeltest. This is part of our AI Bronze program, which is a bigger program than what we have done for a week. This has covered only the fundamentals and foundations only. In our deeper courses, we have models which will be helpful for you to generate insights out of data science, out of data, generate models, create models, and use it for your advantage. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, yeah, the link for the certificates will be shared on the group. Thank you so much, Rahul. Yes, it was lovely to have you too. Thank you so much. I hope to see you tomorrow in the masterclass. Yeah, the link to it is on the chat. Let me even share it. Let me pin it for everybody's advantage. I just pinned the link to the masterclass. You can go ahead. People who are watching us on our social channels, you can join the WhatsApp group that we have shared in the description. From there, you'll be able to get updates in real time regarding the masterclass and more. Great. Yes. Yes, Sushil. Got it. You can type it all at once here. Yeah. Great. Now, Sushil asks, yeah, so I have a career gap. Is it, yeah, I'll summarize the question. It is, I have a career gap. How do I overcome it, and how this course will be useful for me? Right. So now, sir, what happens when you have a career gap is if let's just say it is in a single digit or a double digit number, you would first have to upskill. So one, there is career gap, and the other one is the skill gap. So first you have to bridge the skill gap. So when you bridge the skill gap, when you are upskilling yourself and to the needs of the market, you would be surprised to know that there is such high demand for the roles, even pre-processing till model building, even data science. The salaries of data science start from anywhere between 7L to 10 LPA per annum. Now here, you can first get into data science job after learning the data science or the AI bronze people, all the AI bronze community is course guidelines. Then parallel you can get a job and then still keep upskilling, right? So IT is about upskilling, because the now if you get into it, you have to keep on learning, and we make it easy, as we have made our Python sessions easy for during our past 7 days. Yes. So we have a lot of success cases where people who had a career gap in our community had made it big. And I request you to join tomorrow's masterclass to understand more about it. And we'll also be sharing more and more details about our community also. In the community, we have over 1000 professionals who are upskilling and helping each other. People who are able to get jobs are helping other people who are planning on getting jobs to get jobs. People who are who have hit a roadblock in any of the module of the course, others also help, right? You can even join any of our hackathons that happen, which are taken by highly experienced people like Rajiv sir and other faculty and facilitators also. So I request you to join tomorrow's session to know more about our community. And we even have in our community people who are awaiting their patents, who are IRS officers, people who are IITs, from IITs, people who are students learning right now. Yeah, women and homemakers, everybody is there in the community helping each other. And that helps the question. Yes, in interest of time, I would request you to put your questions here in the chat. Yeah, we have questions on LinkedIn as well. Yeah, okay. Saujanya. Saujanya says she is being into graphic designing, and will this help her shift? So basically, now when you are in graphic designing, the first thing you need to understand is like which is more of design things. You are more in the front end part of it. Now this is the analytics and data coding part of it, because you say that you are from you are passionate about learning. I'm sure if you give it time, you'll be able to make it, because we have people who have no experience but had ample time on their hand, were able to catch up on the course. So I'm sure if you are working and doing graphic, you'll be able to definitely get along. And if you hit a roadblock anytime, you'll have your facilitators who will be helping you all throughout the course. Okay, thank you so much, Sachin. Thanks everyone for joining in. So looking forward for seeing you all in tomorrow's masterclass. The link to the masterclass is in the chat. You can click there, the last link, even it is pinned. You can find it in the blue bar. People who are not able to get it from here, you can click the WhatsApp group link in the description. From there, you'll be able to join our group, where we'll be sharing more details for tomorrow's webinar. Thanks everyone. Thanks Vijita. Thanks Arjun. Thanks Rahul. Thanks Manindal. Yeah, it was a lovely week. You have shown the consistency, and that mindset will take you places. And this is just the beginning. Thank you so much.